Well, back down Dovecote, and I've got down here it's the bank holiday weekend. It's absolutely rammed. I had a mate in here last night. He didn't have one, but when he was packing up, he saw a couple fish topping. So yeah, I've jumped in the peg after him. He's left, and I've got down there straight away. I've seen a few fish, so they've been crashing, and I've seen a couple cruising on the top, so they're definitely up here. So I'm going to mix up a couple of zigs and get them straight out there. Well, no joy over in the paddy swim. I had them 3 rods out for a while. I had the one 3-foot zig out towards the island and 2 other zigs in the deeper water out in the middle where I saw that fish crash, but no joy. So I was sat there looking at the rods thinking, well, I wonder what's over in the rundown swim, because I know it's a swim that doesn't get fished a lot, but the fish do get in here. So I come over with my polarized glasses on, had a little look, stood down in the margins for a bit, and I saw a few fish cruising up and down, and the route they're taking is along the back of the island, and they're cutting over that open water across the deep water, and they're dropping down along these margins. So what I've done, I've moved over here straight away, packed up, brought the barrow round, went back, got the rods, brought them back here, got these 3 rods sorted as quickly as possible. I'm fishing. The right hand rod is a zig, probably about 3.5 foot, and that's towards the island in the open water, and then the middle rod, another zig, again towards the island in the open water, but this time a different depth. That one's about 5 foot. And then the final rod, the left hand rod, is the one I'm fishing on the bottom. I've got a double critically balanced tiger nut, and I've just drilled out the tiger nut, put a bit of black foam in the middle with the other tiger nut, plugged it, put it on a hair, and that's now critically balanced. I just chopped it down until I got it perfectly, so it's just sinking very slowly. And yeah, that's just a little underchuck, fishing over about 4 catapults of tiger nuts. I didn't go mad, just the light scattering, and I think that will do a bite, fingers crossed. That's the rod I think I'm most confident on, that rod. The reason for me fishing zigs out in the middle is it's about 9 foot there, and I don't think it's I don't think it's the depth that I want to be fishing on the bottom at the moment. I think the fish are coming along the island and over that deep water, coming into these margins and having a feed. So by fishing a bottom bait here in the edge, keeping it very minimal, just one rod in the edge, all slack lines, and then fishing 2 zigs in the deep waters, try and intercept them as they come over. That's my thought process. Fingers crossed something will happen in the night. Yeah, I've just had a couple of burgers, that was nice, and I've got a bottle of wine because it's the bank holiday. So yeah, see what happens. Good weather, it feels good. It really feels good for a bite, I'm not gonna lie. I'm only here for tonight because tomorrow night I'm booked on to Manor Farm, so we're gonna head over there and give that a go tomorrow night, and then I could potentially be back down here Saturday night. So yeah, quite a bit of fishing, be running around quite a bit, jumping in here and there. It's really busy, but see what happens. Hopefully next time I see you we'll be in the middle of the night with a bend in the rod. See what happens, eh? Kitty. Just seen one roll just off the island. It's left hand rod to the island. It's gonna go. It is gonna go. Finally, just a small one though, but it's there. Finally off the mark after moving off my Club Lake Dovecote, coming onto Winters. Straight away I lost the fish towards the island, absolutely gutted, but finally this rod out in the open water this morning is ripped off, and yeah, small common, but I'm glad to finally get one. So after catching that common, that was on the right hand rod in the open water, and I was most confident on the left hand rod, and I couldn't think as why it ain't gone off in the night. So I reeled that one in first light, just checked the rig, made sure it was alright, but I found that the hook was really blunt. So I changed that, put it back out on the spot, a little bit more bait, and no longer than 40 minutes, and yeah, it ripped off. And another small common, but yeah, nice fish. Not massive. Hopefully we can get amongst one of the bigger ones soon. The fish I lost yesterday was definitely a bigger fish, but I've got until 4 today. I'm having problems with the camera, which sucks. The monitor's not working, so I'm having to do everything through the viewfinder. But yeah, hopefully I can finish this film, maybe get another fish. Well, another small common, but it's good to be getting some action. And this fish was from the open water spot on the right hand rod, little white one over a bed of 15mm cell. I actually introduced some tiger nut this morning as well, so it seems to be that the spot's getting going. Maybe we've got until 4, so maybe there's a chance of another one. Absolutely gutted. Since this morning it's been a bit quiet since the mad rush. Had a couple little commons, and again the rod off the island has just gone and I've lost it. Absolutely gutted, because yeah, I really want to get into one of the bigger fish here now. I've been catching the small commons and there is some nice fish to be had in here, and I think I've been pretty unlucky, so I'm just, yeah, I really want one now, really want one, so I'm going to get this back out and hopefully we get one of the bigger ones soon. Well, I've stretched it out as long as I can, but the other anglers now that are moving in for their session are just arriving. I have to be off before 4. Other anglers start arriving at 3 to kind of have a walk around and get set up, so it's only right that I now bring the rods in, and I've got to nip over to the tackle shop and then I'm going to get back down to Dovecote. Let's see if we can make a last night bit of magic happen on this 3-night session I've managed to get away with this weekend. So I'm going to bring these rods in, go to the tackle shop and get down Dovecote. Well, here I am back at Dovecote for my final night, and you know, anything could happen. The last night it takes one fish. There's a fish that swims around in here. If it's still here, which the rumours are it is, there's potential it could be going £50. It's definitely mid-40, and there is a very good chance it could be £50, and it's called Pete's fish. It's a lovely dark mirror. Really love to catch that tonight. That would be incredible. There's also a common in here called white tips. It come out recently at £32, but that does go up at 30s, pushing. I don't know if it pushes 40. It's been out upper 30s before. So yeah, what have I done? Well, my first 2 rods down the margins on the left with this wind howling in the corner. It just screaming carp, and I know this corner's done a few fish recently. With this wind pushing in here, it was a no-brainer really. I did have a look obviously, but I didn't see any shows. I had a little lead about. It's really weedy out towards the back. Out in the middle here it's really weedy as well, but along this margin it's fairly clear. Like you get a little bit of a touchdown. So I've got them 2 rods down there, 13.5 wraps. Now if I had a marker float I would walk along the bank and bait up, but because I haven't got a marker float, when you're wading out it's really hard to tell exactly where your bait's landing and then go around and line it up. So to make sure it's really accurate, I've clipped the spot up and I've spotted oily out, just little 12 millers. I've not gone mad, just little handfuls in each spot, just so I can like get a little bit of the spread. Just dotted them around. I put about ½ kilo out, so I've not gone too mad. I just want to see if the fish are there first, and if they are, then I'll start introducing more bait. But I've got a 3rd rod as well, which I'm just going to keep to the side, and I'm going to watch the water like a hawk, and that's going to be my rolling rod. Yeah, if I see fish start showing, I might even put some bait in. But for now, I'm going to leave it to the side and we see something. Absolutely breezy, and yeah, we're in for some rain as well soon, so it might get a bit stormy. So I'm going to sit tight, have a good old look out, and hopefully I see one for this third rod. Let's give it a go.